Okay guys, back again, Jeff and Tyler, and we're going to talk a little bit more about taking the back. In our last video, we took the back from the guard position, punch block number 1. We're going to harken back to one of our earlier videos, the mount, all right, and how to take the back from the mount. So I've got Tyler mounted. Tyler's the bad guy. For argument's sake, I've already done the mount controls. I don't want to go through them again in this video. We already shot a whole video on how to control the mount, right? So I've already done my base and anchor, my low swim, my high swim. I've scraped his hands off my knees. There's this building sense of doom within him, right? He's starting to get nervous. He can't breathe. All he wants to do is get up, go home, and cry to his mother. So we're here like this. He wants to turn to his knees, right? Yeah, he wants to get like this, right? He wants to turn to his knees and get away. So let's break down how I'm getting to his back, okay? So he will always tell me which direction he's going to go because his hand must pass between our chests, right? If the bad guy's hand is behind my body, then we're just boom, boom, boom. We're just base and anchor and just hanging out. As soon as he starts to bring a hand in between our chests, I know he's getting ready to turn. So as he does, he points the direction he's turning. I open that leg. The side he's going to, I open this leg. My other hand goes directly on his shoulder. This is so this arm can't come back and elbow me in the face. My free hand is on the floor for balance and base. As he's moving to his knees, I'm bringing my other foot in. I'm in a catcher's stance. And I'm moving backwards. As he's moving backwards, I'm moving backwards. That is how somebody will get to their knees. All right? Watch a baby get up on their knees. That's exactly how they move. My feet are on the inside and the balls of my feet are on the floor. I then sit on the lower spine. My head should never be out over his head. I'm sitting on his lower spine. My head is behind his head. We go strong side, weak side, with the weak side protecting the strong. All right? One more time. So we're here. We did mount controls already. He's fatigued. He's getting desperate. He just wants to get up to his knees. As soon as he goes, I open that whole side. I open my knee, my foot. I give him the ability to move and run. My hand is on the floor for base. My other hand is on his shoulder for base and balance. Plus, he can't come back with an elbow and hit me. Now, he starts to go to his knees. I put the weight on that hand, and I move to like a catcher's squat. Right? I'm pushing off my hand and his body to move my head back behind the invisible wall. I do not want my face through that invisible wall. I'm sitting on his spine. Strong side punches in. I'll punch him right in the face. Boom. Weak side punches under. The weak protects the strong. And now we're on the back. We have 2 hooks in and we have our seatbelt on. Now, one of 2 things happens here. Generally speaking, there could be a third option. But one of 2 things happens here. He's either so fatigued and tired that when I sit on his back and connect my chest and my head and everything to him, that he's so weak he just crumbles. And now he's face down or he rolls and he's on strong side or weak side. Okay? So we take his back and he's so physically tired and weak that when I connect here and punch this in, he just crumbles. And he falls strong side or weak side. Very strong possibility. Now I take his back. He's not that tired. He still has a little bit of strength in him, right? Now the danger is maybe he's going to stand up with me, right? That's why my feet are on the floor. Now I would never, ever, ever in a million years do this to a training partner. So just go back half a step from the time. Never, ever, ever in a million years would I do this to a training partner. If you're rolling jiu-jitsu versus jiu-jitsu inside of the gym with your buddies, do not do this to them. But here's the reality of it. If this is a fight, and I'm going to do this slow because I don't want to injure Tyler, but my feet are on the floor, I connect here and I go, man, this is a big dude who really might stand up and throw me. I'm pushing off the floor and I'm ripping him backwards over his knees to shred his knees and ankles and lower back, and now we're in the strong side or weak side position, whatever the case may be. So I'm literally just going to go rip you back over your knees. I do not care if this is a real world street fight. I don't care about your knees. I don't care about your back. I know I certainly would never do that to a training partner. But real world fight, those are kind of going to be the 2 options that happen the most. All right, either you're too weak and you fall and crumble, and now we're into the rear naked choke lesson, or I go, man, this dude's strong, he's gonna stand. I rip him back over his knees, shred his knees and ankles, and now rear naked choke rest.
Yeah, don't ever ride him to standing.
No, never.
Never ride an opponent to standing, because if he gets there, even if you are choking him, he's going to get that one last slam on you, which could be, if you're choking or controlling, that could be boom, head off the concrete, head off the whatever the ground is, and it's not going to be good for you. Even if you end up with the submission or the win or whatever the scenario has, it's not going to be fun for you.
Not going to end well. No. Is there anything we need to add into the back taking part? We're allowing the roll to happen. We're never trying to stop them.
Nope.
We have our base. We have our balance points.
Yes. I think the feet on the toes, the balls of the feet on the mat and the catchers, that's very big, because some guys, especially when they start to understand jiu-jitsu, when we talk about getting your hooks in, I think they kind of feel like they want to engage their hooks, and they're off the mat and they're floating, which doesn't allow them to establish a good position on the lower back, and that's why, yeah, he's too high, and another scenario might happen is a guy's gonna buck you forward, and that's never fun.
Yeah.
That's a face plant for you.
Face plant, yeah.
So you engaging with the feet, and it allows you to establish your base, get back to where you're in a safe spot on my lower back, to where you can control the position a little better.
The way to think about it is the hooks that we use for the mount controls are not the hooks we use here.
Right.
Okay, the hooks we use for the mount control, the prayer feet or the grapevine or the crossed ankles, are not the same controls we're using here. We're using, these are hooks, they're in. Me in this catcher's position sitting on his lower back, these are hooks. They're set, they're in. You see when we fall, hooks are in, seatbelt is on, we're in the rear naked choke lesson. Okay, any final thoughts on that one?
Good.
Good? All right, that's good.